Please subscribe to Face TV Africa and turn the notification on. Face TV Africa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, subscribe, hete.
Face TV was Swoby.
In the name of my father who seated on the throne of Odumakin, I want to make a presentation of this bust to the family of our great son, the great son of Odumakin, the late Yinka Odumakin, and to receive from me no other person than the wife. I present it in the name of the Son and the Father and the Holy Ghost. Madam. No, I'm not.
Rest in peace, Yinka Odumakin.
I have this information to pass. Kabiyesi made two of this. There is a bigger one. This is the smaller one. We are presenting this. But that village where Kabiyesi built on the campus of Odumakin University, we will be erecting that one there, that bigger size. And this one also will follow. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And now, Dr. Joe Odumakin will talk to us. Then we'll continue with the reception, with the service.
Thank you. Before I give my soulmates a very short tribute, I want to recognize the host governor, Governor Oyetola. I can't forget, and Yinka will not forget, on a Sunday, December 8th, when Camry had almost gone around the whole country, and he was here with his driver at my back. The driver called me Wasiu and said he was exhausted. But in the hotel, probably due to extreme fatigue, he collapsed and he bled to daybreak. He lost about 16 pints of blood. It was a Sunday. I can never forget. The governor called me. He called out all the medical doctors in that state. The chief of staff kept calling me. The CMD, all of them. Yinka was in coma for about 2 days. And he kept calling me. With all their intervention with God, Yinka did not lose his life on that December 8th. And he kept him. After receiving 5 pints of blood, he said he wanted to head for Lagos to see Papa Ayo Adebanjo, the very leader. And the state gave him an ambulance. Because after that short visit to Papa, their very leader, that he returned to the hospital in Lagos to take 11 more pints of blood. I also want to thank those governors that were making intervention. Governor Fayemi called me several times, the amiable wife. I can't forget the amiable wife of the host governor, Alaja Kafayat Oyetola. Thank you so much for your calls, for your intervention. I also remember the past governor of Ondo State, Governor Mimiko, who was interfacing with the critical care unit, the ICU, of Yaba. He was the one breaking it down for me. I cannot forget so soon Dr. Tukumbo Awolowo Dosumu, who kept calling me always, assuring and reassuring me. So many of his friends that are here, too numerous to mention. I can never forget all that he did. And Yinka will never, ever forget all that he did. What else can I say about Papa? Very leader, Papa Adebanjo, who every day will call me. The day I told Papa that Yinka was out of ventilation, but he was desaturated, Papa started crying, and I broke down. We still kept hope alive. Papa will call me, mobilize resources in order to keep this their son. Several others that are too numerous. Is it the Ooni of Ife? Is it? All of you are here. I cannot thank you enough. I want to recognize the members of the family, Pastor Jacob Odumakin, the wife. Thank you for always standing firm. And the immediate elder brother, Mr. Odumakin, who flew from the US. Papa called me yesterday at 105. I didn't want to see him. He said, Ekubele. I was shocked. He called me the other day. He said in Yoruba, anything that wants to be said on behalf of the family, to Masolo. Papa, God will continue to keep you. I'll keep Mama too at 105. My very two troublesome brothers in secondary school, university days, are now pastors. They are here. Pastor Tony, thank you for coming. Pastor Mike, okay, thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, you are the darling of Yinka Odumakin. Yinka loves you, respects you. You make his work easier in life by helping him to disseminate all the information. There's nowhere, anytime he goes, gentlemen of the press are the ones you respect. I respect you and thank you for the honor you did and which you are still doing. Then lies Yinka Odumakin. I recognize engineer Sheyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State. Thank you, Mr. Governor. Here lies Yinka Odumakin. That's 24 days ago. Yinka Odumakin was still speaking for Afenifere, speaking for Yoruba, speaking for Nigeria, making intervention, even those that are in diaspora, and ensuring that black people's life matter. Yinka, my soulmate, my friend, my everlasting date, my comrade, and my husband, I salute you because I know you are not dead. Each time I go to the mortuary, most of the times in company of Olufemi Lawson, every other day to see him, I will say, Yinka, we met at Alagbon, you cannot leave, you have to get up. This mortuary does not belong to you. One day he had to hold me back because I saw that he was almost weakening his arm. But maybe it was my imagination. But every other day I go there to tell that comrade, that tireless comrade, that comrade that spent his last oxygen on this great country. Yinka, you are not dead. Because what you stood and died for will continue to echo, to revibrate forever and ever. You spoke as the very spokesperson for humanity, for a Nigeria that works, for pro-life. You spoke for Afenifere, telling the whole world that true federalism matters, that restructuring is critical. You spoke for Afenifere and said life was becoming shortish, brutish, and nasty, and there was no way we could fold our arms akimbo and when things go wrong. Your very good quotations, I'll just speak from far. Albert Pike said, what we do for ourselves, that is with us. Then what we do for the world and the others, many. Amilcar Cabral said, he's not interested in what people have in their heads, but how it translates positively in the lives of our people. And transparence says that every onlooker is either a coward or a traitor. Martin Luther King says that the worthiness of life is deep rooted in the service of mankind. If one dies in the process, he becomes a martyr. And Karl Marx says, philosophers have interpreted the world, then the problem is to change. This change and change and change was what that man lying down there stood for. Yinka, you used your last oxygen. Gentlemen of the press, a lot of you said, why did you not hear that Yinka was in hospital for 24 days? Yinka told us where he was going. He told the driver that drove him, I know you talk too much. Don't talk. He told me, I will come back to write my story myself. And that was why we all kept mute, except the few ones that were privileged of such. I also remember Governor Sanwo-Olu, who kept calling and calling and calling. Today, we are committing that our great comrade. Because from dust we all came from, and from dust we will return. But I want to assure everyone that his ideas and legacies will continue to live forever. And as he was a great life wire for a Nigeria that works for a restructured Nigeria, we all owe him a duty to dedicate our lives for a Nigeria that works, a restructured Nigeria, a Nigeria where there will be equality, a Nigeria where life will not be wasted, a Nigeria where people will be respected, irrespective of their age, their race, or tribe. Finally, comrade, my everlasting mate, my soulmate, a lot of veterans of many progressive battles that I see seated here, and our comrades from all walks of life that have been supporting us, that Yinka and I met at Alabon. We went to various prisons together. I will bid him good night, farewell. That all his ideas, all his legacies, like Papa said, all the tributes I've had here today will always serve as tonic for me to do more. And it will continue to serve as a soothing voice. I've cried in private, I've cried in the mortuary, but today, Yinka Odumakin, I'm standing strong for you. I appreciate your name. He kept calling me every day while Yinka was in the hospital. I appreciate him for what he has done, and he had also mentioned to me on phone some of the things that he intended me that he has done. Finally, I want to thank everyone. Comrade, salute. If I come back to this world, if I come and come and come, that's the man I want to spend the rest of my life with. I thank you. Bishop, I thank you for this intervention. I thank you for coming. Bishop Francis Wale, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Eternal farewell. Comrade Yinka Odumakin. Thank you.
Solidarity forever. So.
Please subscribe to Face TV Africa and turn the notification on. Face TV Africa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, subscribe, hete.
Face TV was Swoby.